Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at Lucid. Is the Lucid Air Pure electric sedan the most efficient EV ever made? Is it the best EV ever made? That's a really good question, but this is what Lucid is claiming is that it's the most efficient EV ever made. Now this is the 2025 Lucid Air Pure that can eke out 5 miles every kilowatt hour of battery storage. This is according to the automaker. Lucid claims it achieved a landmark 5 miles per kilowatt hour efficiency with its 2025 Air Pure electric sedan, making it one of the most energy efficient vehicle ever produced. Lucid said it would have a record of 146 miles per gallon electric and an EPA estimated range of 420 miles. The Air Pure is Lucid's most affordable model, starting at $69,900. For the new year model, the battery was slightly reduced in size from 88 kilowatts to 84 kilowatts. It also includes a new energy-saving and cold weather-fighting heat pump technology that was first included with the company's 249,000 Sapphire model and later added to the Touring and the Grand Touring models. So Lucid is taking a risk that luxury EV shoppers will care as much about abstract specs like efficiency, miles per gallon, electric, as they do about more dependable premium features like leather seats and expensive stereo. Now, the Air Pure places at the top of the efficiency heap that could also be short-lived, as other electric vehicle automakers like Mercedes are also developing their own hyper-efficient EVs. Concepts like the Vision EQ-XX have an efficiency of 8.4 miles per kilowatt. Now, that was an insane concept by Mercedes. And if it does become a reality, you can imagine it'd be very successful. But I think that was more of a research project for Mercedes. I think it was more of a benchmark, something they could learn from. The type of vehicle that they would use to influence their other vehicles. And I must say, out of many of the electric cars that Mercedes designed, this actually looks a lot better than a lot of the electric vehicles that they have designed that hasn't looked the best. Don't get me wrong, Mercedes has an history of making very beautiful vehicles. Mercedes has an history of making very beautiful vehicles. But because they make so much vehicles, there's often one or two ones that are ugly. Let's be honest. I would definitely agree when I say, yeah, this Mercedes is definitely one of the uglier Mercedes out there for sure. I don't know why this thing is on the list. I don't know why the McLaren Mercedes is on the list. This is one of the most beautiful cars of all time. Whoever put this on the list is obviously a lunatic. But this hatchback coupe SUV that Mercedes once made, yeah. There was a time where this was like a family thing, but Mercedes do F up every once in a while. I think this thing as well. This thing. Yeah, I think it's well received that this car is not the best in design from Mercedes, to say the least. So this is the EQS SUV. Yeah, this one is not the best received vehicle. Honestly, I think they should just take this thing off the market. It will get buyers, but I just don't think it's just the EQA, great vehicle, great, beautiful looking vehicle. Actually looks like a Mercedes, but sometimes car brands do take it too far. You know what this Maybach looked like? The EQS Maybach? It actually looks like a Chrysler. You know those old ugly Chryslers that they used to have back in the early 2000s? Yeah, this is what that looks like. No one likes that. Now, if you look at the EQB, handsome vehicle. Handsome vehicle, that's a handsome vehicle. It's big, it's bulky, but it's German and it's a handsome vehicle. But when you look at the EQS SUV, you can see what they tried to do. You can see what they tried to do, but it came off as unflattering. But let's stay on topic. We're obviously on the topic of Lucid. So for 2025, every model from the Lucid Air Pure to the Air Grand Touring will now have Lucid Dream Drive Premium. That's the Advanced Driver Assistance System, ADAS, which comes with 3D surround view cameras and a blind spot display. Now, these are becoming more standard features in vehicles, especially electric vehicles of the modern day. There's also a new generation control unit with triple processing power and twice the memory of previous models, promising faster infotainment performance, which would be great, and responsiveness. The latest Lucid Air lineup also includes the Grand Touring with 512 miles of range, down from 516 miles of range, for $109,900 US. That's that's just crazy. With the 406 miles of range, down from 410 miles of range for $77,900. That's the Touring, by the way. Now, it is now there is no question that Lucid has created a wonderful vehicle with the Lucid Air. They really have, and hopefully this company can hit the ground running with the Lucid Dream. The Lucid Dream is the next Lucid vehicle. It's the Lucid SUV, the premium flagship SUV. Did I say Lucid Dream? I meant Lucid Gravity. My goodness, don't know why I tripped up the name. Now, this vehicle looks incredibly efficient, and you can see it's easy to make this vehicle ugly, but it's actually not ugly. It's got a very American thing about it, which I think people will absolutely love. But from the wrong angle, it does look a little bit unflattering. But from the right angle, it can look very nice. It can look very nice. I think just the sheer amount of bulkiness, doesn't make it the most handsome vehicle. But because it has that lucid design philosophy, it does come off as a very stylized and stylish vehicle. So it's definitely a welcome addition for sure. So hopefully Lucid can hit the ground running with this vehicle, because this vehicle will sell a lot more than the Lucid Air. SUVs are the things that are selling. And it also depends on the price of this vehicle, because this is supposed to be the Tesla Model Y competitor. This is supposed to be that big family SUV. So it might not be that cheap, and it might not sell as much as you think, as I think. Really and truly, it's Lucid more affordable vehicle that they're working on. The car that would cost 50,000, 40,000. That's really what they're working on, and that's really what they need to bring to the market, because I think they're starting to realize that the EV market is no joke. It is not easy to survive in the EV market, but especially when you have crazy expensive vehicles. You're going to have to create vehicles that are a bit more affordable for the everyday people. But the Lucid name is not supposed to be an affordable brand. But perhaps they can target the Audi audience, Perhaps they can do that, which NIO is already doing. NIO is targeting Mercedes, Audi, and BMW. They're doing that. And what NIO has done is created secondary brand subsidiaries like Onvu and Firefly to compete with the more affordable vehicles on the market. So all of those vehicles, the Onvu, the Firefly, they will have NIO technology without the NIO brand, which means that the NIO brand will not be affected as heavily as you think. Volkswagen does the same thing. Volkswagen takes the VW cars and they rebuild them into a Seat or a Skoda. And then they take the platform of the Audi and they turn it into a Porsche, or they turn it into a Lamborghini Urus. Shh, don't tell anyone. But that's what a big brand like Volkswagen does, which is often why they buy up smaller companies like subsidiaries. They buy up a lot of other smaller companies to support the brand. It makes the dream come through. So Lucid could consider that, because if they want to compete in the luxury market, they need to keep the name Lucid luxurious and premium. So they could do something similar to what NIO's doing. But what NIO's doing, it takes an expert. And what Lucid will do is that they will sell their IP. They will loan out their IP to make money, instead of creating a secondary brand to sell more affordable vehicles. I would be okay with it if Lucid created a secondary brand to sell more affordable vehicles. That definitely seems like the way it's going. Volvo has this with Polestar. The Polestar vehicles will be way more expensive, but Volvos will be more affordable. Like I said, NIO's doing it. Tesla doesn't need to do it, because Tesla has hit the gold run of efficiency, building vehicles efficiently and selling them at efficient costs. Cost effectiveness has to make a lot of sense. So that is it. I do think this vehicle is wonderful, no doubt. And it would be good to see the brand continues with this philosophy to make sure that their vehicles, like the Lucid Gravity, could it be the most efficient SUV out there? I don't know. But it certainly seems like the kind of thing that Lucid would want to do. But that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more. Leave a comment and subscribe to our newsletter. There is a link in the description. And I will see you in our next video. Peace.